Let's make a new Java project. We're going to check out some different primitive data types. So I'll call this project data types. We'll get ourselves a new class inside the data type source folder. Make sure that's selected. And I'll call this intro data types using intercap, no spaces. And of course, the first letter should be capitalized. That's an indication in Java that it's a class. We'll take a free public static void main string args. Again, remember, you'll have to be able to write that yourself on a test or a quiz. There's some information at the top about what this program will be with my name, the date, and the name of the file. And then in blue documentation with slash asterisk, a description of the program. Also, I'm going to document these ending braces. The last brace is the end of the class, intro data types, and this brace ends the main method. And now we're ready to go. The first primitive data type we're going to explore will be integers. And we declare integers with int, int. Feel free to pick any topic you want. We'll go with int cars. And we'll say that we have 45 cars. And we can display this. Notice that we're going to use the plus sign to help us concatenate strings to put different parts together. So they are, and then in quotation marks, plus cars, our variable, and then the string literal cars in the parking lot. And there it is. There are 45 cars in the parking lot. Let's make another integer variable, int kangaroos. We'll have 74 kangaroos. And some more animals. We'll declare turtles, lions, and elephants, and we'll set the elephants equal to 2. And we'll declare a total animals variable, also an integer. To get that total, we'll add the kangaroos, turtles, lions, and elephants. Eclipse is not happy right now, though, because turtles and lions have not been initialized to any values. We have declared them, but as it says, they may not have been initialized. Elephants has been initialized to 2. Kangaroos has been initialized to 74. So all the variables are declared, but they haven't all been initialized. You can choose how many turtles there will be. I'll give us 6 turtles and 3 lions should be plenty. And now we can display this total number of animals. So we'll run this. And there's the total number of animals. Your answers may vary if you use different numbers. And again, feel free to use different numbers and different variables. Next, double. We encountered this in Computer Science 1. This will help with decimals. So we'll check out how much cash Kenneth has with the variable Kenneth cash. 7.05. Not a lot of money. And we can display this. There it is. We'll make some more double variables. We'll find Evan cash, Michael cash, and Bauer cash. Give these people however much money you want to give them. We'll give Evan 91. Michael cash is going to have a lot of decimal places in it. And Bauer cash is going to be a negative value. Hopefully I didn't have to borrow money from one of my students. And we can display these values. Now Evan has 91. Not bad. It's not a lot of money, although it's more than Kenneth has. Notice that I misspelled Michael. So Eclipse doesn't recognize it. It says it cannot be resolved to a variable. When you see that, very often it's because either you didn't declare a variable or it's been misspelled. And you saw many of the options there that Eclipse presented to fix it. And we'll display those amounts. There they are. Notice that Evan has 91.0 because Evan Cash is a double. So we gave him kind of an integer amount with a 91, but it's 91.0 as a double. Well, let's see what happens if we try to set an integer equal to a double value. Doesn't work. As Eclipse tells us, it's a type mismatch. You cannot convert from a double to an integer. It's a possible loss of precision. We'll learn more about this in the future. Next, character. I'm going to declare a variable called letter as a character, C-H-A-R, and I'll set it equal to capital W, but I try to use quotation marks like I did for strings. That doesn't work. We're going to need single quotes for a character. Now that's okay. So single quotes for characters, C-H-A-R, double quotes for strings. Well, we can display this character as well. Feel free to use any character you like. Interestingly, we can also use Unicode values. So if I make letter equal 107, you might think that's an issue, but it's really not. There is a character assigned to 107, and it's lowercase k. You might want to pause the video and try some different numbers to see what happens. Next, Boolean. Our Booleans can be true or false. So I'll declare some Boolean variables here. Lunch Evan, lunch Kenneth, and lunch Michael. And these will either be true or false. We'll make lunch Evan true, lunch Kenneth false. And if we mess up and try to make lunch Michael equal a number, we are told it's a type mismatch. You can't convert an integer to a Boolean. It needs to be true or false. And we can display these values as well. A lot of times they're used in ifs, which we'll learn about later on. But you can display them. Now, it's also possible here in Eclipse to go to another line by hitting enter and keeping the plus sign where it is so that it makes sense. So that really is all one line of code. Because we have a string going on there, the plus sign concatenates the string. On the phrase about Kenneth, we'll stop it after the today and the period, and then I'll put a plus sign. And this is still all right. It's still all one line of code. It's just spaced out onto more than one line, so it's easier to read. just using some copy and paste here for Michael's lunch. And you'll see that we can display true and false if we need to.